Think about the last time you lost your composure. You said things you couldn't take back. You looked unstable. And the person who pushed you there walked away clean. You were right, and you still lost. Here's the part that should make you angry. That wasn't an accident. They needed you to react. Your reaction was the plan. They didn't come to argue. They came to harvest. And you gave them everything they needed. Every video on this channel exists because one truth keeps being ignored. Your reaction is a resource. And right now, someone in your life is stealing it. Today, that stops. I'm going to show you exactly how you're being set up and give you 5 moves to make yourself impossible to control. Stay with me. Every second of this video is going to matter. In the last video, we talked about the silent mind war. How silence can be weaponized against you. How someone can say nothing and still win. But there's a step before the silence. A moment they're waiting for. A moment they're engineering. Your reaction. It has a name. Reaction harvesting. They are never trying to win the argument. Let me say that again, because most people never understand this. They are never trying to win the argument. They are trying to win your reaction. That is the actual prize. Here's how the setup works. They create a small irritant. Something too small to call out without looking fragile, but big enough to slowly build pressure inside you. They poke and poke and poke until your body has had enough. Then you snap, and in that one moment, your reaction becomes the headline. What they did gets buried. You didn't lose the argument. You got harvested. Now here's what nobody tells you about why this keeps happening. It's not weakness. It's not a temper problem. It's your brain being hijacked. There are 4 stages, and they happen so fast, you don't even notice until it's too late. Stage 1, the trigger. Someone says something, does something, a tone, a look, something lands wrong. That's the ignition. Stage 2, the physical shift. Your chest tightens, your jaw locks, your breathing gets shallow, your body is preparing for war. Stage 3, mental narrowing. Your thinking collapses into one tunnel. Win this. Right now, everything else disappears. Stage 4, explosion. Everything you were trying not to say comes out. Here's what you need to understand. They planned for stage 4. They engineered stages 1 through 3. They knew exactly where you were going. They just had to wait for you to get there. Your only job is to break the chain before stage 4 fires. 5 moves. Let's go. Move 1, the snap tax. Every single time you overreact, you pay a tax, not in money. In something they can never give back. Power. The moment you lose control in front of someone, you hand them your map, your triggers, your limits, the exact buttons that break you. Every blow-up is a filing, and manipulators keep records. They catalog every crack they find in you, and they come back to those cracks, again and again. The first move isn't a technique, it's a decision. I don't pay that tax anymore. Make that decision once. Lock it in. It changes every room you walk into. Move 2. The 3-second override. Between the trigger and the explosion, there are 3 seconds. 3 seconds where your brain is still working, still thinking, still yours. After that, the amygdala takes over, and the amygdala doesn't negotiate. It doesn't calculate. It just fires. Here is what you do in those 3 seconds. Name it internally. Say it to yourself. I'm activated. That's it. 2 words. That single act of naming the state pulls your rational mind back online. It breaks the hijack before it completes. Then close your mouth. Count 1, 2, 3 to the other person. That pause looks like absolute dominance, like you're deciding whether they're even worth a response. Like you're running calculations they can't see. And here's what destroys them. They planned for your explosion. They rehearsed their next line for after you went off. You didn't go off. Their entire script collapses, and they're standing there with nothing. 3 seconds. That's all it takes to flip the room. The next 3 moves. This is where defense becomes offense. This is where you stop surviving people and start running them. Move 3. The stone face standard. Your face is a live feed. Every emotion you feel broadcasts in real time. When you flinch, they know they landed. When you smile nervously, they know you're rattled. When your eyes move too fast, they know something just cracked. Every micro-expression is a negotiation. You're losing without saying a single word. Here is the standard. Let the words hit you internally. Feel them, process them, but keep your face completely still. Not angry, not defensive, just Unreadable. Watch what happens. They start filling the silence, over-explaining, saying things they never planned to say, revealing things they came to hide, because they can't read you. And people who cannot read you cannot control you. Unreadable equals untouchable. Move 4. The controlled response. They push. You say, "That's interesting. Keep going." Or you say nothing at all. You nod once, and you wait. They expected your defense. They built their entire next move around your resistance. You didn't give it. Now, they're justifying themselves to you, saying more than they planned, showing you the hand they came to play. Because you stayed cold, they had to get hot to compensate. That is not just emotional control. That is a power transfer happening in real time. You walked in as the target. You walked out running the room. Move 5. The strategic exit. Most people think walking away is losing. It is not. When you stay and fight, even if you win the argument, you've told them something. This person is worth my energy. But when you leave, calmly, deliberately, without slamming anything, you send a message that cannot be argued with. You are not worth my reaction. The person who ends the call first, who leaves the room first, who logs off first, they don't always win the argument, but they never lose the war. A calculated exit isn't retreat. It's a declaration. I decide what deserves my energy, and right now, this doesn't qualify. Now here's the shift most people never make. Your calm is not passive. Your calm is offensive. Every composed response is an attack on their plan. Every still face is an attack on their power. Every controlled exit is an attack on their ability to predict you. You are not playing defense. You are dismantling them quietly. And here is the thing about the person pushing your buttons. The person pushing your buttons is the most fragile person in the room. They need your reaction. They planned for your reaction. Their entire system of control depends on your reaction. And the moment you withhold it, their system breaks completely. There is a word for someone whose reactions cannot be studied, cannot be predicted, cannot be mapped, cannot be used. Unlearnable. That is who you are becoming. Every time you apply these 5 moves, you become harder to trigger, harder to harvest, harder to control. You stop being a target and start being a threat. Say this before every difficult interaction. My reaction is not their reward today. Say it again. I don't respond to everything. I respond to what deserves my energy, and I decide what that is. That is not arrogance. That is armor. If this video finally explained why you kept losing battles, you were completely right about. Hit like right now, so more people stop getting harvested without even knowing it's happening to them. Drop the word cold in the comments if this one landed in your chest. And tell me one word. Where has reacting cost you the most? Work, relationship, family. Drop it below, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Every video on this channel is one more layer of armor, one more move they don't know you have. Now, here is what's coming next. We stopped the reaction today. But what about everything living underneath it? The anxiety that never fully shuts off, the need for approval from people who've never earned it, the part of you that still flinches at a certain tone of voice, even when you know better, even when you've done the work. Stopping the reaction is level 1. The next video goes to the root. It's called mental fortitude training. Not calm on the surface, unshakable at the foundation. The kind of strength that cannot be borrowed, cannot be taken, cannot be used against you, no matter what someone does or says. If you want to stop surviving people and start outlasting them, that is your next video. Do not miss it.